All right, Shalom. First and foremost, like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shemi Shai, and I give double honor to the apostles of great mercy who not rule well. Salutations to the men of the hopeful and sincere elect. This is Makaza from a Trinidad camp. Just want to do a quick edification for the elect's sake. And this lesson will be entitled "Is Slavery Lawful?" All right. Because people, they have a problem when we say that all the nations, they're going into captivity under us when the Lord come, and they say that no, the Lord wouldn't do that. The Lord is a just Lord. The reason why they're going in slavery is because the Lord Yahweh Shemi Shai is a just Lord. All right, they say things that the Lord say He made us free, and the Lord He gonna let captivity captive. All right, He free all the prisoners. When the scriptures talk about being made free, was talking about being made free from the curse of the law. All right, we were made free from the curse of the law because the scripture said, "On that by the law shall nothing be justified." Understand? But through faith in Yahweh Shemi Shai, you will be justified. All right, so we made free from the law of sin. That is where we was made free from. But the nations, all right, and it's Israel, the nation of Israel, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the one that made free from the curse of the law. But the nations, they're going to be placed under severe slavery under the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which make up the house of Israel. This is Isaiah 14:1. For Yahweh, Ba'ashem Shai, will have mercy on Jacob. That's the reason He sent His son Yahweh Shai to die for us. Only for the nation of Israel. All right, I'm not sent but unto the lordship of Israel, and will yet choose Israel. So He's still gonna choose them no matter what, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them. Now, the strangers, when you look up that word strangers, it goes back to what? Israelite foreigners. And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, just like in the days of Paul. All right, the strangers were joining with them, but now we are all strangers, seeing that we all fell off. We all the great fallen away. All right, and the people shall take them. Now, this people talking about the other nations, and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh Shemi Shai for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. All right, we're gonna rule over them. Not with, well, we are the Lord's chosen, so we're going to be the top nation, Nah, they're going to be slaves. They're going to be slaves. All right? They're going to be slaves in the kingdom to come. This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 16. It says, therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured. And all thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. That is not just being over or king over a nation. That is actually being hardcore slavery. You cannot have Egypt once again, and for 1,000 years too. All right, they're gonna be under us. They're gonna be our footstools. All right, the scripture said, over Edom will I place my foot. All right, what said the scripture? The scripture said what? Let me see if I could find that real quick. I believe is, let's see if I can find that real quick. It's Isaiah 49 verse 23. All right, so I was right. Isaiah 49:23. And the kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers, and they shall bow down to thee with their face towards the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. All right, we're not gonna be ashamed, and they're gonna be bowing down to our feet, licking up the dust. What the scripture said in Isaiah 33. Let's read that real quick. All right, and it's a just thing. What the scripture said. There's Isaiah chapter 33 verse 1. It says, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and did it treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to thee treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with you. The Lord said it's a righteous thing for the Lord to recompense tribulation, to repay trouble to them that trouble us. So the Lord not going to forgive the nations. In Psalms it said, forget not the voice of thy enemies. The tumult of them that hate, they increase it. The Lord said, don't forget. The Lord Yahweh Hashem shall not forget. All right? They're going to go into hardcore slavery. And that is just recompense of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Shai. So guess what? Slavery is lawful. All right? But is lawful for the other nations, not for us. This is Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? All right? We're not supposed to be in slavery. We're not supposed to be in slavery. The other nations supposed to be our slaves. Hence the reason the scripture said, I saw servants upon horses and kings in the earth, like serpents. All right? So they're supposed to be our servants, not the other way around. This is Isaiah 42 verse 24. Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers? Basically, who gave Jacob into slavery? Did not Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, he against whom they have sinned? For they walk not in his ways, neither were they obedient in his laws. Therefore he poured upon him the fury of his anger and the strength of battle, and he had set him on the fire round about, yet he knew not, and it burnt him, yet he laid it not to heart. So we were punished, we were sent in slavery, we were slaughtered, and still we did the same thing. We didn't understand why the Lord, put us into slavery. Well, some of us didn't, all right, because we are a foolish nation. But now the Lord regaining, reminding us of the wickedness that we did, giving us back our heritage and our understanding, and returning favor to us. So now we're being lifted out of the dust, and the Lord taking away his anger from us and returning to us his love. So therefore, we're not going to be slaves anymore. All right? Boom. I think that is it. This is Nahum 1 verse 9. It says, what do you imagine against Yahweh Hashem Yahushai? He will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up a second time. So we're not going to go in captivity a second time. The Lord, this is it. This is our last captivity. So we're not going to go into slavery anymore, because we wasn't born to be slaves. We were born to be princes, hence our name Yahshua Allah. He's a prince of Yahweh. We're not supposed to be slaves. That's why the scripture said, is Israel a homeborn slave? We're not supposed to be slaves. But the other nations, they are our slaves. This is Leviticus 25, verse verse 39. It says, and if thy brother that dwelleth by thee be waxen poor, and be sold unto thee, thou shalt not compel him to serve as a bond servant. When you look at the word bond servant, goes back to slave. The King James Version just watered down the word. Thou shalt not compel him to serve as a slave, but as an hired servant, and as a sojourner. But he shall be with thee, and shall serve thee unto the year of Jubilee. And when he shall depart from thee, both he and his children with him, and shall return unto his own family, and unto the possession of his fathers shall he return. For they are my servants, which I brought forth from the land of Egypt. They shall not be sold as slave men. Thou shalt not rule over them with rigor. When you look up the word rigor, means to rule with cruelty or harshness, but shall fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So you can't rule over Israel with rigor, with cruelty. Neither you can't make them your slaves. But this is what the scripture said. Both thy bondmen, slave men, and thy bondmaid, slave woman, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen, of the other nations that are round about you. Of them ye shall buy for slave men and for slave women. Moreover, of the children of Israel, moreover, of the children of the strangers that sojourn among you, of them ye shall buy. and of the families that are with you, which they beget in your land, and they shall be your possession. And ye shall take them as an inheritance for your children after you, to inherit them for a possession. Just like they had us in slavery, that is how they're going to be in the kingdom to come. All right? And they shall be your bondmen or slave men forever. But over your brethren, the children of Israel, ye shall not rule over one another with rigor or with cruelty. So we're not supposed to be slaves. But this is the law. This is the law. The law states that we could rule over the other nations with slavery. All right? And for you niggas who say, well, that was back then, the law's done away with. This is Matthew 5:17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. All right? So the law not gonna be done away. The scripture said heaven and earth shall pass away, but my law shall not pass away. All right? So slavery is lawful according to the scriptures. Are we going to inherit slaves in the kingdom to come? And days will be waiting on. So, right? So to hell with you who have a problem with it. This is Isaiah 60. Verse 10. And the son of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their king shall minister unto thee. For in wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that kings may be brought. So they're going to bring their riches to us, which rightfully is ours. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. So, in that time, the nations are going to rise up and they're going to say, well, nah, we ain't going to serve them niggas. They were our slaves. No, we're not going to be their slave. Guess what? The Lord said, what? They shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. And scriptures like these is the reason why the teaching church, the Old Testament, done away with. Because they're trying to get away from what's coming. But they can't. All right? They shall be utterly wasted. All right? You're going to be utterly wasted. You're going to be destroyed. It says, for the glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree and the pine tree and the box tree, to beautify the place of my sanctuary. And I will make the place of my feet glorious. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow down themselves at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of Yahweh, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. All right? So they're going to be our slaves. All right? We're going to rule over them, thus say the Lord, in the kingdom to come, and these will be waiting on. All right? So having the other nations as slaves, is lawful according to the scriptures. The Lord was never for the other nations. He was always for us. All right. This is the final precept here. This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 25. It says, but that which ye have already hold fast till I come, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. So as the scripture said, you had to labor to enter into that rest. You have to keep the works on to the end, not for a short time. The Lord don't want to hear what you did, but what you're doing. It says, and he shall, so the Lord say, you're going to give you what? Power over the nations. And he shall what? He shall rule them. As it's seen read, this is direct words of the Lord Yahweh Shai, the ones that you said done away with slavery. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and as vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. I will look up, rule with a rod of iron. It says what? To rule with cruelty. So we're going to rule them with harshness. The Lord don't care about the other nations. All right? We're going to rule them with cruelty. And they're going to be our slaves in the kingdom to come. So yes, according to the scriptures, slavery is lawful. All right? And we're going to inherit our inheritance. All right? So with that, as the scripture said in Jeremiah 49:12, it says, they whose judgment were not to drink of the cup. You understand? But thou shalt surely drink. So it wasn't our judgment to drink, but it was your judgment to drink. And you're going to drink the full dregs. And that is what coming to you, you Edomites. All right? You so-called Caucasians, you Moabites, the Chinese, the Japanese, the so-called Africans, all right, you Ishmaelites, all you gonna go into slavery under the nation of Israel, all right? So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. I want to give double honors to the apostles of great Millstone and True Well. Salutations, statement of the hopeful and sincere elect. This is Makaza from Trinidad Camp saying Shalom.